25. Or for you guys, 25? Yeah, 25 weeks. It's been exciting. It's been a whirlwind. It is not really that close to being over with yet, unfortunately, because some of the negative signs of pregnancy are starting to come out. So, first things first, I am 137.6 pounds as of today, which means I am up exactly 16 pounds from pre-pregnancy weight. And I've got another, 15 more weeks to go. So I'm on track to gain just over 30 pounds. I don't know if I will actually gain 30 pounds or not. I gained 29 with Kaylee, so let's see. Nursing update, she is still nursing as frequently as ever. It is still relatively painful, particularly when she latches. And as of the last couple of days, I've had a bit of a nursing aversion as well. She is no longer dry nursing because there is colostrum that is coming out. In fact, well, I guess in one of the baths that I was having with her when she was nursing, I had a mild letdown sensation. I'm like, oh, I think that started around now last time. And it's also the time that I started leaking colostrum into my bra. So I was wondering, I wonder if there's still colostrum there. So I hand expressed a little bit, and sure enough, I can get drops of colostrum coming out. So I think that's why it doesn't hurt quite as bad anymore. It still hurts. It still makes me wince when she latches on, but it feels much better overall. The baby is the size of an acorn squash, so it's getting bigger, as it should be. Definitely feeling it more, lots of movement. Sorry, my lights just flickered. Definitely feeling it more, lots of movement, and I can sit there and poke its little limbs that happen to stick out. My placenta is posterior, which means the back side of my uterus, so it means the movements are quite prominent, and I feel them quite well on the front, because there isn't a whole lot between baby and the outside world. As for other things that happened this past week, I went to a La Leche League meeting to return the tandem nursing book. I was able to finish it within the month, and I returned it, and while I was there was someone else there having concerns about supply and everything like that, and by the end of the session, she went home, and it was the two leaders, a postpartum doula who always comes to the meetings here, and myself, and I actually was offered or suggested, I was asked if I ever thought about joining La Leche League as a leader, because I think that I'd be really good at it. And I haven't, well, I kind of thought about it, but I didn't really, because it's all volunteer, and it's great to support moms and things like that, but ultimately, if it's going to be fairly time consuming, I'd like to get paid for it. And I looked into being a lactation consultant, a board certified lactation consultant, I don't know, maybe a year ago or so now. But the number of clinical hours that you need and everything like that just completely turned me right off. I've never looked again, because I don't want to be going to the hospital and spending hours regularly at the hospital to be getting those hours in and everything to become a board certified lactation consultant. But apparently, being at the La Leche League meetings, they have monthly meetings here. Being at the meetings and helping women that way counts towards hours. So it's actually something that I'm kind of considering now, is maybe I should very slowly and cautiously start going down that path. So I'm going to look into it. I'm going to contact the spokesperson for this area and see what they say, see how much it is, because there's a fee associated and there is some training that you have to do, and just see what kind of work is involved in order to do it. It's something that I'd love to do. I'd love to support women in breastfeeding. I have so much background knowledge just from doing so much research throughout the last two plus years that I'm able to contribute quite a lot when I'm at a La Leche League meeting. Other pregnancy related things. My pelvic symphysis dysfunction still sucks, so my pubic bone still aches so bad. I have been wearing the hip brace more often because it has been hurting a lot more. As of today, I've committed myself to taking the lecithin more frequently to make sure that I'm keeping that on board, because it is very uncomfortable nursing my daughter to sleep for her naps and at bedtime. It's very uncomfortable at night when I'm trying to sleep and roll over and things. And it's just generally, it's making me feel like one of those really old pregnant women who can't do anything. And I wasn't like that at all with my first pregnancy. So I want to try and be able to do things with Kaylee and get up and be able to walk to the park. Right now it's a chore. It's a really difficult chore to walk to the park. I have a very, very large pregnancy waddle, or very prominent pregnancy waddle already, and I'm only 25 weeks. So I'd like to try and get that under control a little bit. I might even try icing it for a few days and see if that helps. But again, I'm so not tempted to be putting ice on my pubic bone. I had a really bad episode of heartburn this past week, to the point where before in the past, eating an apple, particularly a Granny Smith or like a tart apple, helps, and that didn't do anything. I had a Coke, like a Coca-Cola, for the acid. That didn't do anything. I had milk, I had cheese, I had Tums, all sorts of things, and it was just so bad. And I went out for sushi with my husband, and I ended up ordering Sudamono. Sudamono? I think that's what it is called. I've never had it before because it's super vinegary. It's the vermicelli. And fortunately, by the time that came, it was starting to subside a little bit, but it just was not fun. I don't know what helped it. I don't know if maybe it was the Tums. When I first took the Tum on the way to the sushi restaurant, it didn't feel like it was doing anything, but maybe by the time we were there, it had a chance to neutralize the acid in my stomach. I don't know. I haven't had it since, and I'm hoping I don't get it too much because it is not fun. I don't really have much else to comment on. We're going to go camping again in a few weeks, hopefully, if we can find a campsite that's kind of local enough that it's not going to be a super long drive, but not in town, preferably. Sorry. Kaylee was up for an hour and a half last night. Well, no. She was probably up for about 45 minutes, and I was up for an hour and 15 or so minutes in her room, just to make sure she was really deeply asleep. She keeps saying, hurts, as in something hurts, and when I asked her what hurts, she'll say her knee or her arm, so I don't know if maybe she's getting some growing pains or something. But, yeah, it's kind of a dreary day today. I got her to go down for a slightly earlier nap because she was up a little bit during the night. But it's kind of rainy, it's kind of gray, it's kind of you turn on your house lights and it seems too bright, but them being off, it's too dark kind of day, so so it's making me tired now too. But I will show you my belly. I do have a little bit of TMI, so I'll do a belly shot and everything like that, and then those of you that know me or don't want to hear the too much information portion can click off the video at that point, and for those of you who want to know all the gory details, can definitely stick around. So I'm going to use my rolly stool today and hope that it gets me tall or high enough. So they're straight on, sideways, they're straight on. Ooh. There we go. Sideways. Here, let me get my other hip up. There we go. So definitely sticking out. Top of the uterus is about there when I'm laying down. I don't know if the baby is head up or head down right now. It was head up at my last appointment. But definitely looking a little chubby, a little fat. Belly button is still not quite sticking out, but super, super close. and definitely the belly band that I'm wearing kind of sucks my belly in for me. So when I'm actually out and about, it makes me look a lot smaller. I'm trying to look for there we go. Lower myself a little bit. So that's all I've got. I will see you guys for week 26 week update next week. And I will talk to those of you that are leaving later. Bye. Okay, I think the only thing that I really have that's TMI this week that really sucks. Sorry, I thought my daughter was waking up already. Be a really short nap. The only thing that's TMI this week is that with Kaylee from pushing, I ended up with a couple of little hemorrhoids. I don't know if I mentioned this before or not. And they never bothered me. And it was just kind of a eat lots of fiber, drink lots of water, keep things moving and soft so you don't have to push and strain, all that kind of stuff. They didn't even recommend like Tux pads or Preparation H or anything like that because they weren't bothering me. They were super small and everything like that. But as of like this week, I still have them, and that's just over 2 years later. And it's 27 months later. And of course, with pregnancy, increased blood flow. And I think wearing the hip brace has caused less blood to be able to come back up to my body. So my ankles, that's another thing. My ankles are starting to swell just a little bit. But I've ended up with the 2 hemorrhoids that I've got already are a little bit bigger now. And I've got another one. So I don't know. I went and got some tuck pads. I've been using those when I need to. They aren't painful, they aren't bothersome or anything like, well, they're only bothersome in the fact that I know that they're there. They don't bother me otherwise. And I'm trying to get rid of them because if I can get rid of them and start fresh in 15 weeks when I have to deliver this baby, it would be nice instead of just kind of building upon them. So I've been using tuck pads to wipe after going to the bathroom, as well as of last night, I'm using one and I'm kind of just folding it up a little bit and I'm sticking it in my butt crack when I go to bed at night, and I'm just leaving it there all night, hoping that maybe that will help. I have ordered some, Earth Mama Angel Baby butter balm or bottom balm and their bottom spray. See if that helps, because a lot of the reviews say, oh, they were gone the next day or they were so much better. So I'm going to give that a shot and see if I can get rid of them and keep them away. Nobody wants hemorrhoids. They're not fun. Nobody really talks about the glory or the not so glorious things about pregnancy and delivery except for people who make YouTube vlogs. So here's hoping I can get rid of them, keep them away, keep my pelvic floor nice and strong so far. I haven't had too much issue. I'm hoping I don't end up with too much issue. I don't want to be someone who can't laugh or cough or jump without peeing myself. So far, I'm okay, but I don't know what's going to happen in the future. That's all that I really have. That was my TMI. So I will talk to you guys later next week, and have a good week. I hope the weather's nice where you are. I hope it's warm, but not too warm. I hope you're getting some, at least, entertainment value out of these videos. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye!